I'm going to break it down for you, financial advisors. This marketplace is more active than it's ever been. Hey y'all, Scott Briganti, owner and founder at Successful Onboarding. How many of you financial advisors are getting calls from corporate recruiters, headhunters, individuals that are telling you, I have something really special to hand over to you in the way of a deal structure, or I've got to tell you about something exciting? You might want to listen. In the marketplace, so many firms are racing, and I bet you can guess why. They're racing to get assets, and they're racing to beat the clock on the turnover of those assets. Let's break it down right now. Traditionally, this side is going to be what we would call semi-independent or semi-captive. Just depends on who your partner is. This side is mostly going to be independent, and that means full control of your P&L. Assume this book in its entirety is roughly 100 million of total assets, heavy advisory. If you had $1 million in total GDC, top line revenue, over here, we're going to look at 40% payout on that same $1 million, and we're going to look at 90% payout on this side of the table. There's a lot of different ways to break down basis points, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at a traditional flat fee on average that we see in the industry. So for this side, we're going to use a rough estimate of about 18 basis points. On the independent side, we're going to use a rough estimate of about 15 basis points. Let's assume on the independent side, because you're covering most all expenses, probably all in at about $125,000. And I know some of you are going to say that's way too light, and others are going to say no way I even spend that much. Trust me, I've seen it all. We know here we've got $1 million top line revenue. We know that that's rolling at 40%. Apply our 18 basis points to the 100 million in total assets, which brings us up to about 180,000. That's how much your firm is going to take down as their platform fee. If we know you're at 40% payout on $1 million, that's 400,000 that's coming to you minus the 180,000. Now your net take home is roughly 220,000, making your payout net effective 22%. Now let's flip to the other side here. Same breakout, 100 million in total assets. We know at 15 basis points, that's $150,000. Doing the quick math, we have $1 million of top line at 90% payout. That affords you a $900,000 take. Back out the 150,000, you're at 750,000 before business expenditure. And if you remember, we said, let's use 125,000 as the rough marker. So now you're going to take down 125,000 off of your 750,000, and that's going to give you a $625,000 net, a net effective payout of 62.5%. 62.5%, 22%. Full ownership, some ownership. The reason I'm breaking this down is it's so terribly important that you understand how the math problem works. There's a lot of people that like to throw around the word independence. The point of this is, if you knew today, with 20 some years left in your career, that you could control your P&L, that you could make dollar for dollar a better situation year over year, and you can build enterprise value, and you get to maximize that either partially or fully along the way, why wouldn't you? I'm not here to judge and say which one is better than the next. I'm breaking down the math problem so that you can come to your own conclusion. I hope this was helpful. I'd love to take the time and work through your scenario based on the numbers that you have. Today in the marketplace, we are seeing the most competitive opportunities, and it isn't always about the biggest check. What's the right situation for you? Who's the right partner? And what does it mean for the future of your business? Ask around about us here at Successful Onboarding. We are working with successful financial advisors every day to realize opportunities that they don't have present currently in their practice. There's no better time than now. Now is the time. You need to get active, and you need to start figuring out what's your plan B. It may be your plan A. If you're 5 years or less from wanting to monetize, exit the business, whatever that big event is, now is really a great time to start exploring what are your options and how am I going to map that out. Myself, Sam Brigani, all of us at Successful Onboarding, we love the opportunity to speak with you. We can't wait to talk to you. Please reach out, and thank you all, as always, so much for your trust and business.